Welcome in to the first Monday night. Excuse the dust with the decorating going on. Yeah, hope we're all well. I'm not quite sure where we'll be tonight. We'll see what questions and what just general conversation that we can bring up this tonight, and just see how things go. Obviously, we all know when you first start a series, it's slow at the start, like before it picks up. So yeah. So we shall see how things go. Welcome in. So yeah, as you can see at the moment, we've still got to tidy up and trim a couple of plants around here, just because, you know, there's a lot of algae sitting on it. So instead of just trying to clean the leaves, I'll just cut it off and let it grow back. We do have 5 more plants coming this week. I got a notification today. So yeah, fingers crossed they'll come through. And they'll come in nice and healthy. I'll give them a rinse off. Take some tank water out of here. Soak the plants in that for a little while. And then plant them out. So yeah. But how are we all doing? Obviously these guys are doing okay. They have just had a little bit of food. Just a little bit. Obviously they're still hungry because they're eating the algae wafer. Hey Yupa. So yeah, at the moment they're still eating the algae wafer. So what we'll do is we'll open the lid, and just like clockwork, here they come. And you just zoom in. Whoa, don't want that ugly mug in your face. Jesus Christ. Old enough. Right, welcome in, Gabriel. Johnny, shout out please. We will see, Johnny, we shall see. Ahmed, welcome in. Isabel, welcome. How are we all? What do I feed them? Aquacare flake. This is one of the things that I give them, which is added insect protein with garlic, plus additional protein as well. So works pretty well. There's so many different beautiful species there are. I have some fish. Which ones do you have? So in here you've got obviously your larger tetras, which are like the silver ones, and then the green ones here that you've got around here. These are your green tiger barbs. Let me just zoom back a little bit. Zoop. Still got coming more. There we go. So yeah, that's the mainly tetras and barbs in this tank. We're contemplating whether to bring out a couple of the autumn angelfish as well from the other tank that's over in that room, and putting them in here. They're a male and a female pair, so we might put them in here just to see how they get on with breeding. What's the big thing down there? Look down here. It's a piece of driftwood. So obviously that's a piece of driftwood, and then you can see, hang on, let me move the chair. You can see here you've got a big old stump, big old tree stump there, as well, which is also driftwood, which the dragonstone's kind of propping up a little bit, just because there is a, if I get this correct, there is a L018, I believe it is, which is a golden nugget pleco. It's real or plastic? Real. Everything in here is real. Real plants, real, aqua soil substrate with a gravel top. Yeah, all the plants are in here are real. All the wood is real as well. So yeah, it's literally as wild style tank as you can get, really. All our tanks in here have all got real wood and plants in them. So I like to give it the most realistic and naturistic feel to all the tanks. We have got some more plants coming as well. Some of them will be for this tank, some of them will be for in there, 125, so which would be 35 gallon, I believe. This one's a 40 gallon, or for those that deal with litres, 160. Why do you not put a snail in as a natural filter? I'm not a big fan of the snails, to be honest. I've toyed with the ideas of putting in maybe a couple of assassins or a couple of mysteries, but getting around to it and actually, doing it. So at the moment you've got, obviously down in here, you've got the Fluval 307 canister filter, which is giving a nice little thing. Sabia, welcome in. So yeah. Hope everybody's having a great day. What's everyone got planned for the week? Does anyone else keep any tropicals or any koi or anything of that nature? Even snails. Hey Jody. You have goldfish. Well, I don't have goldfish. Parents have a couple of goldfish, yes. We're on the last count, we're looking at around 780 koi. Ranging from, I'd say, around 6 weeks, 7 weeks, up to, well, if you count George and all the others, up to 25 years old. Hi Shane, I like your new channel name too. I'm listening while I'm out in the garden, staining new boards for the top rails. Oh, nice, Maureen. Thank you very much. Welcome in. I just thought we'll give a little Monday night chit chat. Do you have any plecos? Yes. So in here you may see the golden nugget turn up, which I know for a fact Maureen is a big fan of. She does love it. And then we've got 2 male and a female bristlenose in the tank in there. So in total we've got 3 plecos in the building. Yep, that's a thumbs up. You have koi fish? Yes. We do. If you go and check out the previous shorts as well, we put out a short earlier on from Tank 1. And that's in the, actually in the koi house. We can see how the around 14 plecos, nice. What's your favourite type? Tell you what, let's Don't know how well it's going to capture. Long fin white bristle nose, nice. So yeah, I think it's that one to switch. Obviously it's getting late here, so you'll have to bear with them. They might be a bit shy. Of course you're not going to be bloody shy, are you, George? I know, right? Here comes Sid. So yeah, see the Tancho butterfly flying around there. Off to my dog's early exam. Have a great day. Thank you very much for stopping by, Jodie. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hope everything goes well. So yeah, this is the main pond. And obviously we've got another pond behind me. And then we've got the 2 tanks up in the koi house, which if you look back on previous lives, you'll see how them tanks are running and everything like that. And what's in there as well. Ah, you're absolutely fine. Welcome in from the Balkans. Yo, Climbing, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. There's the longfin goldies. But yeah, guys, we're just working on the 3,000 hour watch hours now, and then we'll be able to release the memberships. So I'm in the UK. So yeah, get the watch hours now, guys and girls, and we'll be able to hit the memberships. I've already got emotes being drawn up, customized for us at the moment. I've already got the merchandise made up, ready to be put on there. Should we give these guys a late night feed? Everyone drop the thumbs up if we should give them a late night feed. What do you reckon? Is there something black is big? Oh, you mean George? Yeah, he is. He is a big boy. Let me go and get food and see if we can get George to come on and say hello. George, over here, big boy. Welcome in. Yep, George is the fish's name. That's the big boy. Never seen me just heard slurping. This your only pond tanks? No. So we've got that one, and obviously the one up top as well. We just flick the camera back. So yep.
The new one. What's that for?
Live.
Are you live?
So yeah. So I don't know whether we would keep the signal, but if you want to go and try, we can go and try and see if we can get up there. But more than likely we wouldn't. But Climbing, you go and check out the shorts. You'll see what's up the top. Oh, phone's going to go funky on me. Come back, phone. Come back. Phone's got to sort itself out.
I had tinted it up there an hour ago.
Yeah, but it's more the gimbal. So yeah, Climbing, up in the koi house, we've got nearly 800 koi in total. Most of them are about this big at the moment. They're just coming up to between 7 and 9 weeks old. And then yeah, obviously we've got the tank in there as well, which I haven't actually put a short out for a while, but there is shorts on there on that tank as well. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. So, welcome in again. Let me just try something here, Sam. And yeah, always good to have mods on the channel. Well, yeah, it's always good. I see Pleco, it's huge. What, in there? Oh. There it is. There's the golden nugget. Ooh. Pleco. I believe the number is L018, I think, which is I believe is the golden nugget. And that's what that one is. So I might not have got the number correct. And obviously at the moment I'm not quite sure on what the plant we've got in there at the moment, like at the foreground. But one just here in the middle, that is a Bucephalandria. Yeah, golden nugget, or gold nugget, whichever way you want to look at it. So yeah, I'm not quite sure on the L number. We've got 6 aquariums, nice. At the moment we've got 3. One's got the goldfish in, which is just our normal cold water that I want to at some point rescape and maybe have it as a shrimp tank or something like that, or even a very small nano fish variety. So like your cardinal tetras, zebra things like that. But yeah, I thought this would be the better way to do it at night time on here, just so that we can, you know, see the tank better at night time. So yeah, fingers crossed, that's what we're going to have. We've got 5 new plants coming. Oh, it's an L085. Thank you very much, Climbing. Welcome back. Appreciate you going to check the number for me. So yeah, we have got the canister filter up here, which is obviously pushing the flow this way around the tank. And then we've got a small pump over here, which has got a venturi on it as well. So basically, for those that don't know what I mean by a venturi, it's oars and L018. See, that's what I thought it might have been. So yeah, with the venturi, it's just a way that you can. Thank you very much, Amar. Thank you. So yeah, it's just basically a way that we can draw in oxygen and carbon dioxide without having to add a CO2 system onto the tank, because obviously the natural air has got CO2 in it. So by adding a venturi, you're sucking the carbon and the oxygen from around the tank and then drawing that into the tank, which is what we've got going on over here. Are that tetras? Yes. So these ones over here, these are the larger variety tetras. I can't remember what type they are, whether they're panda tetras. Well, Michael, welcome in. And then obviously you've got the green tiger barbs, which are now going back over here, tend to stick in the middle. Hey, I'm new. Welcome in, newbie. Welcome in. Funny thing is, there's actually a friend of mine that I have on Discord that actually always says he's new in everyone's server. So... I'm doing good, buddy. I'm doing good. How about yourself? So yeah, I just thought, anyone who's got any more questions, things like that, what's everybody's... If you could keep live plants, what plants would you keep in your aquariums? What's your favourite to go to? No, I do not. Do not have any African cichlids.
It is going to happen up there tonight.
Hmm?
It is going to happen up there tonight.
What?
Sport.
Why?
2 platinums going after each other.
Hmm.
The Goshki is literally trying to beat anyone up. And the big oddball is literally going up 21 and literally just going on his side.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on them. So yeah, we used to keep, at one point I had the, oh god, what were they? African convicts cichlids. So we used to keep those. So yeah, we used to have those for a little while. Literally blue, we had the blue acaras as well. So obviously that's part of the cichlid family. We used to breed like mother truckers, but you know. Like the Malawi, yeah, Malawi cichlids are very nice. So yeah, these are the tetras and the barb tank. But I'm going to try and see whether I can take a pair of the larger angelfish out of the aquarium in there and put a couple of angels in here just for something larger, you know, give them more space to grow, maybe give me even space to breed. So yeah, it'd be nice to see if we can get them breeding. Do you have shrimp? No, I would like. I've always wanted to have some shrimp, but I never got around to doing it because of our water clarity isn't great. So because our water clarity is not great, like we've got a pH probably around 7.5. Our KH is sitting at about between 12 and 13, depending. Which obviously for koi and things like that, it's fine. Even for these guys, I put in slightly more dechlorinator because of the KH being so high, just to try and bring it all down. So when someone asks what's the favourite food that I use, Aquacare. This is the main food that we use on all tanks. I have amano and blue shrimps. They are not salt water. Conflicts are wrong once they go very hot. This is true. So yeah, that's the main food that I use. And then if I'm feeding frozen, then we use the. That's okay. As you've said before, it's tricky sometimes with getting words on there, you know, to what you're thinking, which is completely fine. We just appreciate you being here. So yeah, the more we can push out as well, the better. So yeah, hopefully we can get growing more, make this more of an actual thing. You know, if we can, maybe we'll get some extra lighting in here that's not too bright. Because obviously with these nighttime ones, if anyone goes to bed and we put the light on, then the light will be going straight up into the rooms. So 7.5 is well high up there in some Salford. At 6.5, yeah, climbing, it's crazy how you've got 6.5 down there, and then middle country we've got 7.5. I don't know why you said that, Sigon, but we don't talk politics in here. Yeah, we don't do politics in here, guys. It causes ill feelings towards within the chat. So yeah. Do you have any guppies? No. I had a thing with guppies years ago that I had them, but they were just constantly breeding, and yeah, it gets annoying having to deal with them all the time. They're nice fish, don't get me wrong, but unless you've got just like a tank of males or a tank of females, then yeah. But then again, you can go and buy you buy a batch of what you think are the females, where in fact you've got a hidden male in there, and then next thing you know, you've got an explosion of babies. So yeah. Yo, Mal, how you doing, buddy? Salvia, I'm not sure how you would, because we don't have any of an email or anything checked up. Yep, Hobby's out there sitting in the garden in the cooler weather. How's the weather up there with you, Mal? Understand it's a lot warmer up there. Yeah, we definitely don't do no politics in the channel. We're all here to enjoy the wonderful hobby, which is fish keeping. The peace and tranquility. So yeah. Hobby's probably sitting out there going, we need more light in there. So yeah. But I do hope you're well, Aquarium Delirium. It's all about the fishes. Yep. Guppies are divers for... Yes, they are. We do have a few Cory, not in here, but in the other tank. We've got an albino Cory in there, which is sadly is the only one we had left out the batch. And then we've got three Venezuelan bronzes, and then 5 angels, group of rummy nose tetras, and the 2 bristle noses. And also there's a pearl gourami in there as well. So pulling some of the fish out of that other tank and moving them into this bigger space can be a good idea. But I know someone will not allow me to take out the 2 platinums. So if I'm going to bring a pair out, I'm going to have to bring out the pair of the Amazon green. Which I'm not quite sure why they call them Amazon green. Now, if you're still here, do you find with the Amazon green angels, they've got more of a blue tinge? Or have they been mislabeled and they're actually Amazon blues? Because yeah, I'm kind of on the fence of what they're actually labelled as. Because they've got more of a blue tinge to them. They're like a almost like a light blue. So yeah, I've got to try and think of which ones we're going to use. Obviously, as you can see, we're getting quite a bit of an algae build up along here. 17 different types of Cory here, and getting 2 more types. Oh, nice. Yeah, they're like a bluey green tinge. It's a bit of a strange one, so I'm not sure whether they've been like hybridized, so to speak, between the green and the blue to kind of get that strange tinge. But they are very pretty fish, and I think personally in here with the new light that we have coming, so we have still got the review half recorded, I guess you could say, but we can't actually use that light on this tank, which is what it was going for. I have green angels and they definitely have a blue tinge. Oh, okay, so it could just be the greens then, but they've just got a bluey tinge. So yeah, we have got a higher light to go on, but it's the size that I read to the size that I measured was completely wrong, and it overlaps by about 4 inches either, like let's say 3 to 4 inches on each end. It's a lot longer light than what we needed. So yeah, we've got to look for a new light, which I don't know whether to look for a light that will just sit. Obviously you've got the glass one here and here, I don't know whether just to get a light that would sit on top of the glass section and then just, you know, come off on the angle to give like a spotlight look, or whether to go for a full strip style like that. But we definitely need a full colour spectrum, because yeah, that's definitely something that is going to be needed. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions or anything like that, feel free. Surprisingly, we're only 35 minutes in, and it's getting dark all of a sudden. In fact, we do have a little lamp. There we go. Much better now.
Oh,
What was that one?
some random game advert.
Oh.
I haven't looked it up there because you did done it.
Yeah. Put the kettle on for us.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, as you can kind of see it a little bit better now. That's why the blue tunes, green angels are bred from smokies and wild blues. Ah, okay, Clive, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense. Alright, welcome in again. Welcome back. But yeah, it's just, you can kind of see the tank a little bit better now. We've got a little bit back, right? You've seen him earlier. It's the one that was in here. It's probably hiding back over here now. Yeah, it's down here. See, they're still going crazy for more food. Can we breed shark and koi? Koi, yes. Sharks, if you mean the blacktail blackfin sharks and things like that, then yeah, you can. But if you mean, you know, wild type sharks, I wouldn't advise it. Not really sharks? No, you've got them in the name, so they look like little sharks. So yeah, that's ideally, I'd love to get these green tiger barbs to breed. But I'm going to probably give them a day off that food that we just fed them tomorrow, and we'll find the frozen bloodworm, and we'll give them a frozen bloodworm feed tomorrow. Just because, obviously, you know, give them some extra protein, help with their colour, fatten them up. And then you never know, you might get them into breeding. If we have, I've got another additional tank that I can kind of put on here. I might customize a lid. Do you have any angelfish? Yes, we have 5. We've got 2 platinums. Well, we call them platinums, but the correct term is autumn, I believe. So we've got 2 of those, 2 of the Amazon Tiger Greens, and we've got one koi angel as well, but he or she is a lot younger than the others, so it's a lot smaller. But hopefully in time we'll get a couple of them put into this tank. Smiley, welcome in, Uncle Smiley. How you doing? Thank you very much. So yeah, it's not looking its best at the moment, Smiley. Yeah, ruby sharks are part of the Danio species. Yeah, they're just one of the larger ones, right? So yeah, Smiley, we're thinking of putting in a couple of the Amazon green angels into this tank. This one's a 40-gallon breeder, and at the moment, what you can see is what's in there basically. So you've got the tetras, the barbs, and then hiding away over here, you've got the golden nugget, that pleco. I have 2 angels fish, and they're as big as a hand. So can you show my angelfish? No, because they're in a different room. There's people in the room at the moment, so they don't wish to be on live. But eventually, there'll be 2 of them in here. If not, I might see if I can sweet talk someone to give me a lift tomorrow. And we might go to the store and buy one. Might go and buy a couple tomorrow. They're not even a year old, so they're only about yay size. They've still got plenty more growing to do. But as I say, they're only a year old. The other thing I might do is after live go and do some research and just see what other kind of fish will obviously go in with this, because this is going to be our community tank. So it's going to be higher kind of numbers, smaller fish. So yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. That's why I was a bit dubious. So I wasn't sure whether to do it or whether just to go and get like some honey gouramis, or as we've got barbs, go and get some normal tiger barbs or some cherry barbs, things like that, and just kind of make this into a barb community. Also, all the plants that you can see, that's all come out of the other tank when I trimmed it back and tidied up the other tank, and I've replanted them in here. So apart from the one at the front here that's kind of algified at the moment, the Brucophilandria, the rest of it's was all free because I just trimmed it all out myself and replanted it. That all comes from about 6 stems. But we've got some more like Java ferns and crypts and things like that coming this week. as well to go into this tank. So by next live, this tank should be looking a bit more different. Yeah, I might check out. Like, you can't see it, but here on this piece of wood there's like a half arch. So I might pull some of that substrate out and push a plant into that. Yeah. I'm going to move things around, maybe put a plant in, like in this archway that's just here. Like scrape some of that out and push a plant inside there. And then maybe put a plant on top of the piece of wood here as well, because that's a hole. So I might push a plant inside of that as well, so that kind of overgrows like an actual tree. Barb's community, yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Because even if I put in there something like a honey gourami or something like that, again, you can still get the issue with the fin nipping. Don't get me wrong, I can go and get the Pelgorami out of there, but he's like this. He's a big old boy and semi-aggressive. He's been known to be semi-aggressive, so yeah. He's okay with the angels, but when we've had other things in there with him, he got a bit temperamental. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe some Monte Carlo along the bottom. Oh, hang on. Hang on, let me go down the right way. Go down the right way. So, ladies and gents, those that I was asking about the Pleco, there you go, climbing. I know you're a fan of the golden nugget. Let's see more sales. How you doing, Path? Welcome in. New person to the channel. Tell you what, do climbing as well, because I know you're good for it. You've been in many times. But yeah, guys and girls, if you are new coming in here and you do like seek to see what you're seeing, feel free to smash that subscribe button. Help us on our way towards 600. Thank you. Yeah, these guys are having a little clear out at the moment. Indeed. Smash that thumbs up. We've got 9 at the moment, 6 in, so I appreciate those that did hit the thumbs up before they left. Greatly appreciated, helps to push the channel out. Oh, he's like, see you later all. Thanks for subscribing. That's possibly an L177 Queen Nugget. Really? Are they more expensive? Because that one cost me 60 quid as it is. It cost me 60 quid and that was labelled as a golden nugget. Yeah, he's got camera shy, bless him. Or her. I can never tell the difference with plecos. Bristle noses are a lot easier to tell whether they're male or female, but let's switch back. So yeah, males and females are a lot harder to actually kind of spot. So yeah, they can be a lot more tricky to when it comes to doing like the different sexing and things like that. Obviously your bristle noses are a lot easier because if they've got bristles then they're a male, if they don't have bristles then they're female, but with one like that it's hard for me to tell. I need to do some research and actually speak with people that have got multiple plecos to actually be able to see if they can actually advise me on how to tell, because you know, just plain facts I'd like to know. Like I know with the angels, if they've got more of a, like on the head, I believe it's more curved at the top. You can tell the difference between male and female that way. Obviously male and females with betas, you know, you just look underneath them and see that little white tip. You know, if they're female, even though you can normally tell anyway by the size of them. But yeah, there's a lot of stores over here, and Climbing will know exactly the stores I mean, where they'll label them as females very cheaply, but in fact they're actually males. So you can go and actually sneak a couple of sneaky deals out of them because they're selling them for like £2.50 when they should be selling them for like £10. And if you don't know where I mean climbing, just type in cough. Spots are a little closer. A queen is just the same nugget but found in different parts of the same river. Oh, okay. Interesting. So yeah, it'd be interesting to know if that actually is a queen. Yeah. As soon as the camera comes back out, guys, as soon as I move, she's like, nope, bye. She was literally right at the front of the tank. Tell you what, should we go and get a couple of extra let's go and get a couple of extra wafers because the tiger barbs have absolutely nailed the yeah. I think it was trying to get to the algae wafer, but the barbs were not allowing it. Yo, fish dude, welcome in, buddy. Or lady, welcome in. Nice to have you with us. Bobbles, evening, sir. How you doing, Bobbles? I see you like the short of the 700 fry. That's the, so for those that don't know, Bobbles is a koi keeper, as well as, Bobbles, you still got the website? Shape of the head when looking above, a female is more rounded, as a male usually has more of a square shape. Okay. So that's the best way to tell. So if it's got a rounded head, then predominantly it's a female. No? I'm trying to work out who it was that had the website that was selling all the aquarium stuff like sponge filters and things like that. Same goes for corridors as well. Oh, okay. Interesting. Thank you, Climbing. Learn something new every day. Yo, JK. I'm trying to work out if it's male or female, Jeff. It's kind of got a rounded head. So would you say that's a female, Climbing? You're like, oh. Whoa. Hang on, guys. Whoa, that was fun. Camera played up on us then. We went for a little spin, guys. Apologise for that. So yeah, males have got more of a rounded shape, so I definitely say that is a female. Because that's definitely got more of a rounded head. But yeah, how you doing, Jeff? As soon as you suck the lid. Possible female then, keep them for too long now and too long fins in the bottom fin of the section. Okay, got you. See, I always thought with angels it was the curvature of the head. Like if it's more direct, then it was female. And then if the head kind of came up and then had a slight ridge before it came back up, then that they were females. That's how I always thought they were. Because yeah, I know when I picked mine, I picked them, one had a curved head and one had a step. So fingers crossed I picked male and female then. But they were only this kind of size when I got them. On my driveway home from work. Hope it was a good day, JK. I keep missing your lives, Jeff. You keep going live too late for me. It's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning by the time you go live. I can't get my hands on any of those cards. Not real, welcome in.
What?
Yeah. Just put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on. Yes, they've got blanket on.
Oh, don't you fucking start that shit. Apparently that could be a female.
As a female?
Yeah. Because Ryan was saying it's got a more rounded head, where the males are more square.
Sound.
But
At least
I
you
don't know whether I can afford the £60 to find a male.
Where would you even look? Apart from, mate.
Where have we got that from? Maidenhead.
Yeah, but going to Maidenhead, it's Enfield only.
Huh?
You go to Maidenhead, it's Enfield only.
Why?
I know.
North Orbital. North.
Yeah.
That's where that comes from. That's where the angels came from.
Yeah. Just saying that. I walking in there.
Why?
I mean, you flew up last time I was in there, didn't I? It's stanky. All the koi pods and stuff.
Oh, they've apparently they had to purge all their bottom drains. Bottom drains are backed up. Put your head in it? No chance, Jerry. No chance. For that to happen, we would have to hit them over 1,000 subscribers. Talking of 1,000 subscribers, JK, how close are you? Guys and girls, if you're not already, please go and give Empire of Adult Aquatics a subscribe. He's getting closer and closer to his 1,000 goal. Go over there, give him a subscribe, like a short, and tell him you came over from the live. It'll definitely help him. But yeah, 15 thumbs up so far. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We have just hit over 1 hour. So we will leave you on the fish, and I'm going to go and quickly make a quick drink. And yeah, we'll carry on for a bit. Got to work out the different angles. There you go. Leave you on the tank for now, guys. Bubbles. Bubbles. What's that, Jeff? What's that, Jeff? Back to 923. Gotcha. Nuggets aren't that easy to breed. Yeah, I heard that, climbing. I did hear that. I did hear they can be a little bit tricky. Had a notification come up. I'm back. Yeah. I remember correctly, they're harder to raise than to breed. Oh, really? I'm guessing the water quality's got to be just right for them. You going up?
In a minute.
All right. I think we've worked out the pleco's a female.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rounded head. Tetras are playing football with the last piece of algae wafer.
Mm.
To be honest, that tetra at the back, she looks rather plump.
Right.
There's one of the tetras looks rather plump.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she may be pregnant. Just turn it off. It's hard to keep enough food in the tank without it crashing. Oh, crap. Okay, Jeff, I see what you mean. Aquatic News, welcome in. Howdy, howdy. How you doing? Good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is for you. I believe it's afternoon there for you guys, or early evening. So yeah, we've got, for those that are coming in, we do have some more plants coming in for this tank. Doing great work in some edits. About to jump in the pool. 14:30 here in Texas. Nice. Tommy, did you used to have a different name? If it's the Tommy that I'm thinking of. Yeah? Thought it was. Yeah. Silver Creek. Yeah. When we were doing the Andrews Live for the charity. The 24-hour bingo. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we've also changed name. Because it turned out, guys, when you were trying to search for us, it was throwing everybody's channel up because it's too vague. You know, tanks and fish, you were getting literally everybody's channel that have got fish tanks or fish in their titles. So changing it to this was more of a way where you can connect directly. Yeah, love some Andrew. Unfortunately, it's probably too late for him to pop in. I did see the notification go up on his channel, in his Discord, so... Exactly. Yeah, which when we're doing videos and things like that, I can add better style transitions, things like that into the channel as well. So yeah, this is the newest style tank we've got, which is the 40-gallon breeder. Obviously, with it being in the conservatory or summer house, it gets light in from all angles, so we are battling the green algae issues, as you can kind of see along the bottom here. But I've ordered some self-adhesive black background that we're going to put on the sides on each end. So predominantly the only light that you get, yeah, that's what we're going to do, Tommy. We're going to cover the sides up so it's just predominantly light from the front. So yeah, more light coming in just from the front. Some different plants like in there as well. Trim some of these off down to open that up. Put a small plant in there. Over in this back corner here, I'm not quite sure whether to do anything with it because obviously little nugget here likes to hang out in that corner as well as here. Maybe stick something small in the top. Maybe put some like at the back of that piece of wood. We might put some Monte Carlo so it kind of grows over it like an actual grass stump. So yeah, we've definitely got plenty to play around with this tank. So yeah, this could become our barb community. Because at the moment we've just got the larger tetras, as you can see. You know, larger tetras swimming around. A couple of them normally come to the fingertip. Don't even touch the glass and they're normally there. And then obviously at the bottom here you've got the green tigers, but I'm thinking of adding some reds in and things like that. Sorry, I'm collecting 2 lots of cory eggs. No worries, climbing. So yeah, hopefully we can get this to look a little bit more nicer. Yeah, but what ones you got going on climbing? You got some albinos going, and probably some panda cories, maybe. So yeah, I'm reckoning. I have polar parrots. Can I add a chorus fish with them? Alpha stone. I'm personally not sure on those types, but I'm sure JK or Tommy or anyone or even Clydeman will be able to advise with that terminology, because that's not something that I'm used to. Like polar parrots, I'm guessing you're referring to the parrotfish, which can be quite large, quite territorial. Um, the Arcus fish, I'm not sure what they are, unless you mean the Acara or Ancarus, like the blue Acaras and things like that, which are obviously part of the cichlid family. So I know parrotfish are potentially you can get some that are like a crossbreed with them, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm to be honest, JK, I've never actually heard of them myself, so I wouldn't want to comment, because obviously I would not want to give false information. You go out and buy them and then have issues. Narcissus and orange Venezuelans. Nice. I do like some orange Venezuelans. We've got 3 in the other tank. Oh, you've got a polar blue in with your electric blue Acaras. Oh, okay. Parrot would probably eat them. Large minnow sized. Got ya. So yeah, I found that out with the blue Acaras, because the shop that I bought them from said they would be fine in there with like neon tetras. And so I put them in. 24 hours later, I woke up to no neon tetras in my tank and 2 very plump blue Acaras, where during the night time they went along and they ate the whole lot. Which is probably why they went on a prolific breeding for me. See, I did think Tommy would know exactly different varieties like that. So yeah, unfortunately we've only got one type of light, which obviously isn't best for now. I'd rather have it on a slightly dimmer, something that's more, relaxing for the fish as well as for us to be able to see them properly. But I need to measure the lid, which we've kind of got There's a bracket inside, but I don't really want to use the bracket if I can get away with it. So without having to change the lid style completely and put like a plastic sheet over the top and then have a light attached to it. If so, they are like a really pretty shining minnow to give reference. Oh, okay, Tommy, got ya. Well, yeah, with a parrot, I would say no then, because yeah, they'd be more inclined to eat them, especially if you buy them young. So they grow the same kind of size as the black mole, things like that. Oh, 15 centimeters. That's okay. That's kind of a decent kind of size for them when they're fully-ish grown. But yeah, when they're juvenile, they'll be more of a picky party. You know what I mean? As you can see, guys, the nugget has made another appearance. Please tell a perfect tank mate. Well, Jeff put up there, he's got him with his blue Acaras. So that's an option for you. Trying to think a good place for you to go and check out videos that do good tank mate videos. Obviously you got KG, they will do a good one. Angels, yeah, they could be, again, they're a good size. As long as you don't buy it. Yeah, even juvenile. Oh, that's a good shout, Tommy. Severums. Tommy, question. What about a pistos? Do a JK straight in there, yeah, pistos. So that's another good option for you. Anything that would grow to about the size of a hand but doesn't have the type of mean terminology in the name to fight them. Yeah. So yeah, you've got a few there that are, few different options there to go and research and look up. Ooh, I've never kept a pistos, but rams and sunfish, yes, I'd assume they'll hide in the handle their own pretty well. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Tommy. I think that they would be able to handle themselves quite well, you know, if they have issues, and then if they have any issues, then, you know, they'll be able to deal with it themselves. You know, they'll hide themselves out of the way and stay out of trouble. So yeah, it was just an idea. Burmese archers, freshwater archers, geos. So there's actually quite a few different varieties then that could go in with the parrots. So, Jeff, you said you've got parrots, right? Angelfish, ropefish, severums, dwarf pikes, spotted pictures, red-tailed sharks. Yeah. I was just kind of thinking, Jeff. Spotted pickerel. Yeah. Oh, that's what you've got all in with yours. Got ya. So yeah, Jeff, you might want to put a video out, buddy. Just detailing what you keep in with your parrots. Might come in good for you. What?
You got there tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You look in the easy pod,
Mm-hmm.
and you turn around and tell me
Mm-hmm.
that there isn't eyelashes in the easy pod.
Okay, I'll check it. Jeff coming in with the knowledge drop, right? There are multiple live streams of it. Oh, okay. Jeff's just coming in and dropping the knowledge mic. What's the matter, puppy? You want garden? One sec, guys, let the dog out. You want gardens? Go on in, darling. I'm just here. No? Stuff? What? And drink? Cups? It's alright. Come on. Pups. Come on. Come. Good girl. A 125 gallon, oh, misfit tank. Jeez. That is a big size, big old tank. Considering that's only a 40 gallon. Borrow my pair of King Kong parrot, kill Oscars, severance and foil barbs and any other fish. Oh jeez. So it sounds like you've got yourself an aggressive species. What size tank are they in? Because yeah, if they're in a certain size tank, then that could also be partly the issue why you're losing them. Yeah, that's what I'm just thinking, Tommy. Not if they're that aggressive. especially if they're wanting to breed. Because any fish, when they go breeding, if they've got a territorial streak in them, 9 times out of 10 it's going to get worse. This is getting daft now, around 200 on orange Venezuelan eggs. More, even more. Holy cow. Climbing, if I was closer, I would have come down and got some. Because obviously in the UK we can't really ship fish. Inverts and things like that, and isopods, we can ship them all day long, but fish no. You have to be a registered license for that. But yeah, 18 likes, guys, as well. You know, we're getting close to a new personal best. They're all going in the breeding rack. Do not blame you, mate. Make sure you get a video out on them when they hatch. Simon, you use the breeding mops, or as we call them in the koi industry, spawning brushes. Mops and slate, yeah, good idea. See, if I ever go and breed the angels, I'll probably be putting a piece of slate in, just down over in, well no, it'll be in this end, but you know what I mean, just have it like that, but over that side. Because I've got one of the large fluval hatcheries, you know, the ones that you put in with and connect to an airline, and it basically acts as a miniature airlift, so it takes water out of the tank, and then it comes out of the tank, out the top, in, and then as it fills back up it then pushes the waste back out into the main filter system. Ceramic tiles, yeah, there is that too. I was just thinking more of like the purple, like a purple slate, because it's got like the extra textured layers. Something that's more easy for them to actually grip the eggs onto. Because I'm not really I've never used the cone, you know, like the terracottas. I've never really used any of them. They are very aggressive now. They bite my finger when they put my finger in the tank. Yeah, I would definitely say alpha to leave them be. Especially if they've been in the tank on their own for some time. They're pretty much claim territorial rights over the tank. So yeah, you may have to leave them. You might have to let them be, and just let them do what they've got to do. Especially if you want to breed them. Welcome back, Dave. Welcome back. Let me just give you a give you that as well. Give that to Jeff too. It's just been with the channel since it started, putting there much. Oh, of course.
Cheers, mate.
So yeah, there's that. We'll give Tommy that one as well. Because yeah, pretty much everyone's been with us. JK, you're more than welcome, buddy. As I say, you've been a friend of the channel now for over a year. JDI Trains and Models, welcome in. Can I breed sharks in 2-foot tank? Depends on what you mean by sharks. If you mean your red tails or anything like that, then 2-foot tank. Trying to think what that would be. Would that be a 20 gallon? Wouldn't be ideal. Rainbow sharks. What you reckon in a 2-foot tank, which is 20 gallons? Wood. Yo, Cruz, how you doing? Welcome in. Hope you're well. Loads of hobby fish at tilapia as well. Shush, I didn't say that. Tommy, I want a dinosaur. Well, you ain't, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to grow a dinosaur like a super large fish in a 2-foot tank. You know, this tank here is a 4-foot. You know, this tank here is a 4-foot long. But it's I believe it's classed as a 40 gallon high because of, you know, obviously the height of it. I know I've seen some 40 gallons that are only this tall, but they're slightly longer. Oh, a couple of tetras are chasing each other. I think the tetras guys might be getting ready to breed. So they're doing a lot of chasing. In fact, let me go and turn down that Venturi because that's blowing out pretty fast, pretty fierce. Okay, that is the low setting. That is the low setting. I'm just playing around with that and that started really coming out. What, like 6 koi? You ain't going to be able to do 6 koi in a 2 foot tank. Nor get good growth. So that's the other thing. You can keep fishing most tanks, but to actually get good growth on them. Breeding? Yeah, no. That's why we've got the swimming pool for that. If you're referring to the ones up in tank 1, that's still more than a 2 foot tank. Because it's 3 foot by 3 foot, but it's also 3 foot deep. So you think, that's 2 foot, so you add another foot, you're coming down here. You know, that's kind of the depth of the actual pond. Can you tell my friend Nick happy birthday? Oh, Nick, happy birthday. Happy birthday indeed. It's anyone's birthday, feel free, always give them a happy birthday. Used to have a 1,000 litre discus tank. It was 6 foot by 2 foot by 3 foot high. Exactly, climbing. Like at one point, I wanted this to be a discus tank. And I looked at it and was like, too small. Jeff sent a pic of me in a previous stated suit in the pool. No, I am a Texan. Yes, you are, Tommy. Yes, you are. So yeah, ladies and gents, who wants a... I asked on a community post if we should do a Discord for the channel. More numbers turned around and said there's too many. But then again, people don't have to join all of them. So what do you reckon? I put an alligator gar in your tank. I wouldn't. Way too small. Way too small. I wouldn't even put a juvenile alpina in there because it's way too small. I started mine for training purposes. People stay. Exactly that, JK. Exactly that. Like, to be honest, I don't think you could even get an alligator gar in this country. Because yeah, unless I've got a spare 8 foot tank somewhere, I wouldn't keep anything like that. If I had like a 7 foot tank, I'd probably keep Oscars. Things like that in there. You know, more of some of the plecos that look more armoured scaled, like that grow good size. I keep one of those in a 7 foot tank. But 6 foot, I would say, is like your minimum size for me for Oscars. Not Oscars, for discus. But you also need as Kleiman said, you need the height as well for discus.
And a good water change system.
Mm. Yeah, a lot of people that have discus will be running theirs on a
Carbo system.
no sump filter.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because they'll have a tank underneath their tank, probably 30 gallon, which is only 3/4 of the size of that.
That's my tank.
Yeah. They'd have your tank underneath this tank and have that just as a filtration and have it set up as a sump system.
Yeah, joking, I can't work out with some systems.
Mm.
Yeah, I can work out how it gets from the tank into the sump.
Mm.
But all the ones I've seen,
Mm.
there's no pump on it. It's one of the tanks.
There will be, you can't see them. All of them have got to be done. There you go. So on the 1,000 litre, Climbers just put on there 2 Fluval FX6 filters.
On 1,000.
On 1,000 on a 6 foot by 2 foot by 3 foot tall discus tank.
He's running 2 FX6s.
On a 6 foot tank. So basically he's running 2 FX6s on what used to be in the alcove that had the Oscars.
The FX6s was...
Fluval.
Yeah, no, but
It's a new version.
Yeah, it's like third one after mine, wasn't it?
No, FX6s
When they stopped mine.
yeah, before they stopped the 300 series, 400 series Fluval filters. You know, that's still, Jesus Christ, I hate to think what the prices of the FX6s are at the moment. They're probably £500 each.
You will use.
You've got to look at the new price. That is a sweet footprint of a tank. It is. Yeah, FX6 is the biggest that Fluval will do. So they're about 600. And I've seen the FX4s for about 350.
FX6, 282,
Huh?
280.
Oh, 280 for an FX6. That ain't too bad of a price.
What do I know?
Wanted to see what it's
101%.
yeah, I wonder what its capability was.
Oh, okay.
Had them 10 years now. They were around 350 then. Yeah, my brother just found one on Amazon, 280 for an FX6.
2,130 litres an hour.
2000 what?
2,130.
2,130 litres per hour. And you were saying you were still doing a 20% water change every week. Yeah, that's discus for you.
Yeah.
And you're running 2 of those, so you're running technically 4,260 litres every hour on the filters.
On a 1,000 litre tank.
Yeah.
That must be like a fucking whirlwind. Isn't it?
Not necessarily, because it could be, again, like this at the moment. If I was to crack that straight down to full flow,
Yeah, that is one.
the fish would get smashed against the glass.
Yeah, that is one bonus of the fluval. They do. Have to
But you just have it open up at a quarter, and this is what you've got. You know, a nice steady flow at the top.
on the makeshift fluval.
Because yeah, this one's just running on a 307. Yeah, for a discus planted tank. Yeah. So yeah, this tank's running on the fluval 307. Which, thinking about it's probably the same price as an FX4 nowadays, eh?
No. Fluval's 307 is dirt cheap.
I still pay 160 odd for that one. So you compare the price that I paid to the FX4 now.
How much you pay?
160.
You know, they're still holding around it. 140-ish. Yeah, 143 average.
Yeah, so they're still holding good value. But yeah, we're almost coming up to the 2-hour mark. I didn't say I was going to go live for an hour, but when you get people in coming in for chatting,
That's it,
we don't mind going over.
mate. Hopefully
The
Wednesday.
depth of the issue was to get the flow low enough to get rid of the crap. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking with this one. I'm thinking whether I should put in a little wave runner or something like that over in the bottom corners, just to get the bottom crap pushed through.
Or spray bar, put it this side of it.
No, you can't put spray bar coming down with the plec. But if I put like a waver, obviously down in the bottom corner but over the other side, it would then, but I don't want it blowing too much gravel and soil everywhere. Had one outlet at the top and the other one halfway down opposite sides. Yeah.
What's that?
So you had one at the top on the return, and then you had another return on the opposite side, but lower. So you had that vortex, and then copied the vortex direction
Good idea.
lower down. So it was then,
So basically, the mid table has the same movement as what the top does. But
then basically then blows all the crap over into one corner, because that's where it's got the low point that would then get picked up. And I've just noticed I'm going to have to clean.
your wood.
No, not the wood, the actual plastic on the filter, because it's got dead leaves and everything on it. I have to take
Yeah.
that off and give
That's
that
not-
give that
that's-
a clean.
That's not a fluval one, is it? That's a 3D printed one.
Yeah. So yeah, give that a clean out. Because yeah, at the moment I've got, obviously I could top this one up a little bit more so it's just under and make it more quiet, but then it would also increase flow.
I don't think you need to do that. I think what we need to do is when you next do your filters, yeah, we know for a fact you've got enough.
I've got enough return pipe, I can drop it.
Yeah, drop it. I would drop it down. Yeah.
But my only issue with dropping it down is that when it flows, when you're priming, the return's going to be getting filled up quicker than what the intake.
So suctions, just
Mm.
just put your You just lift it above the water.
True.
And there's a wheel, there's a way back.
So yeah, we may lower the return. Yeah, climbing. You have to drop me a message. Drop me a message on DM.
It's got a full load setting. It's got a full load setting quite on that one.
A little power head or something like that in there. Put a little power head in there and then help it to. It will also help the plants to grow as well. If it's got a power head.
If you have primary issues, the easiest way to do it is to take the return.
No, you just pre-prime. That's fine. But yeah, I could always put one halfway down so that it pushes that way, because obviously the main flow comes in there. So if I put a small power head here and have that going that way, then that should blow all of this algae, dried algae up, which, well, it looks like dried algae, but obviously it's not because it's in the water. But then that will then push that then down round into the filter, and then obviously then come back up and back that way in. So yeah, that could help. That could work. Something to think about, that's for sure.
Getting old, mate.
Fucking am getting old.
Under the weight in the morning.
Mm.
Under the weight in the water.
Mm.
So over a 30 quid bed.
What one?
Next to the daily bed.
Hmm?
Next to the daily bed.
Oh, the big one?
Yeah.
Mm. So yeah, it's something to think about. But yeah, almost at the end of the live, guys and girls. Just want to appreciate everybody for coming in, hanging out. You know, be something different to try. Just haven't. I'm sick of collecting eggs now. 3 trays later. Jesus Christ, climbing. Set up a tripod. Nah, JK, appreciate you coming in, mate. Especially when you're driving home from work. Greatly appreciated. I will try and catch another live soon. Obviously, I've got dentist, dreaded dentist tomorrow. I'm only running, today I'm only running on like 3, maybe 4 hours sleep max. So yeah. We'll be out Sparko and when we get back, I'm sure. Once they pop, they definitely don't. They definitely make shed lights. Yeah, exactly. Almost bad as Pringles, right? But that's plenty more than now you can take to your LFS and once they've grown and sell. Or get store credit. So, yeah. There's plenty there to do. But yeah, appreciate everybody stopping by, hanging out. We might try and make this like an actual feature where we'll do the Monday night lives. I might try and do a pond live earlier in the day before summer's over. Be good to see, Jeff. Be good to see, buddy. But yeah, I appreciate that, everybody. Take care. Be sure to smash that thumbs up on the way out. And if you are new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button and helping the algorithm push us out further to everybody else. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your tanks. And I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.